Food prices keep climbing, especially beef, so feeding a family of 7 on one income means I have to shop strategically. Today I'm sharing my Azure Standard, WinCo, and Costco grocery haul, including a few deals that were too good to leave behind, even though they weren't on my list. I'll also show you how I portion bulk meat for the freezer, how I'm padding our pantry, and a little microgreens mistake along the way. Okay, kids are running around right now, so it's probably gonna be a little noisy. I'm gonna show you my decent size Azure haul. I've had bigger, I've had smaller, so I'm gonna say it's a decent size for me. This is just the hard white. The hard white wheat. I have never found anywhere better than Azure for wheat berries. If you have somewhere better, drop it in the comments and let me know. And then these are, what is this? So that was 25 pounds. This is 25 pounds of the quick organic rolled oats. My kids, and during the summertime, if you've seen any recent videos, I've switched to the quick oats right now because I can do it easier on the stovetop. I'm sure I could do the other ones too, but with life being so busy right now, this is what I am doing. And I am adding the egg into the milk, like 2 to 3 eggs, depending on the size, into the milk to help add some protein to it. So that was a great suggestion by you guys. This is I want to say it's 40 pounds. Oh, nope, just kidding. 20, twice. This is 20 pounds of the Fuji organic apples. And normally I would order more than this. So I did send the kids into the other room. So while they are packing up their toys, I am just going to go ahead and unbox this little box of live plants. And yes, you can get live plants from Azure Standard. I got these sweet basil plants here, and then I got some rhubarb that I cannot seem to be able to grow. So things like that I like to buy from Azure Standard because their plants are just such great quality. Like my cabbage starts never do really well for me, but I was actually very successful this year with the cabbages that I had bought from Azure. So if you're struggling with one particular plant, give Azure's plants a try. Okay, so I got more olive oil. I actually haven't gone through the other one. I think it's probably still about like 3/4 full, but I do go through it. And before the prices go up, like I've mentioned before, I really wanted to make sure I got good quality olive oil, and this is a good price considering what it is. We are out of our peanuts, which is a snack that we like to do, especially with like chocolate chips or something, or putting it in granola and everything. So I got more of those. This is only about 5 pounds. Celery seed, because it's canning season. Just wanted a little bit of that. I did use my last yogurt starter. I am keeping about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of the batch of yogurt for the next one, and that is still currently working, but I just wanted to back up just in case. This I'm going to put into the freezer, just some ginger, and I can use it as I need it, especially in the coming months when I start making my syrups again. Whole milk powder. I am just potting my pantry with this, and yeah, it's just gonna sit there for a little while. Bay leaves. This is only 4 ounces, y'all. This is a huge bag. This is normally what they use for something that is a pound. So 4 ounces of bay leaves. And then I've been making a lot of curry, so I wanted to stock back up on this coconut milk. This is, or was, on sale for their days of abundance. So I got 12 of those. If you've never tried Azure, I have the link below to where each of us get $25. It helps our family after your first qualifying order of, I believe, $100 or more. You can search for a local drop or start one. They do have certain requirements, and I know farther east you get things are a little different than for us here in Northern California. But it's a great company. I've been using them for years. And like I said, if you have any sources for wheat berries that is better than Azure, let me know. I have not found them, especially in my area. So the shipping alone would just, it's just astronomical. And if you've watched any of the videos, you know I like my grain mill. So, and I'm all hot because it is swim lessons. So I'm out at the pool in the afternoon, and then going to the Azure drop is hot too. And it's just been a day. So this is mom life. You're welcome. Let's see what else I do this week, since it is, looking at the calendar, today is July 7th. So normally in the next few days, probably by the end of the week, I'll either do WinCo and or Costco for anything. I think this month I'm going to be focusing on meat, on protein, because beef prices will start rising. My garden is starting to produce my microgreens. I will show you those. I got to start over. Tell me in the comments what I did wrong with those, and I will see you shortly with the next grocery haul for the month of July. Okay, I'm gonna turn the air down. So I just left Costco, and before that I had gone to WinCo, and I want to give you, before I go get home and show you everything, I wanted to go over what my thought process was for the budget, which I can't even believe it actually stayed within budget when you see what I bought. Our pantry's pretty good. Our garden is starting to produce, so I'm not really worried about things like fresh veggies. I'm trying to stock up on frozen things for the winter, because right now is going to be the best pricing. And some of the things that I got were not on my list, but I will show you why I could not pass it up at WinCo when they have manager specials that is cheaper than grocery outlet on things. I can't let it go. And then Costco was having a lot of sales on things that we normally get, so I got a lot of that. But I don't have any kids with me, and it's pretty full back there. Sorry, it's like hot. I'm like a hot mess in this video. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's summer, and this is what it is. I mean, it's not like I'm ever put together as it is. I don't do makeup and all that. You guys can probably tell, but it's just, here we are. But so my thought process was, I'm not going to do an Azure Standard haul the next round, which we just did one. I showed you that earlier. So next month, I'm not going to do one. Let's see if I can do it. It's an impulse. I love Azure, but I'm going to see if I can not do it. Oh, sorry. And so I'm stocking up on things this month, remaining of July, and probably into August on meats and things that may go up in price. So again, I may order Azure for grains because that's something that's projected, but I'm really hoping that my garden comes through and I am able to store a lot of it, which I will bring you along for. I do need to plant some more seeds now, and I'll show you all of that, but a lot of my squashes have just petered out. They never grew. The pumpkins, the melons, I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna try again, but I'm gonna get home, rest in some air conditioning right now, and then I will show you what is in WinCo and Costco and outside of milk and stuff. I shouldn't need to come back to the store, at least not 30-minute drive to Chico, so. Okay, I have Costco here and I have WinCo over here. I'm gonna start with WinCo because the meat is in a bag and something is dripping. So let's start with the WinCo. So this green Costco bag over is all WinCo. I got some seaweed and avocado oil. I got 2 of these. I will try and put the prices of all this on the screen. If I don't, I apologize, but this was pretty inexpensive, and my kids love seaweed and it's a good source of iodine, so that's good. I got some iodized table salt. No, I do not consume this. This is because I want to make a weed killer and it calls for a lot of salt and I don't want to use my good quality salt. So I bought this, it was like 98 cents a piece. Some of the ground fresh chili paste. I've been using a lot of curry and things that generally calls for this. If you've seen videos, I've been omitting it. So I wanted something like that. And this was the lesser of the evils that they had at the store. I think it was like $4.98. The sweetened condensed milk, my grocery outlet is no longer carrying it, so I had to search. WinCo has it, and it's a little bit more pricey than the grocery outlet was. $1.90 or something. Anyways, I got 10 of them. I'm going through about like one a week with the coffee creamers that I'm making. Got some lasagna noodles. There's a skillet lasagna recipe that I want to try. My daughter said it would be okay if I omitted the ricotta, so I got some of this to try. They were having a sale on pastas. So from my research for the food inflation is that pasta is becoming really hard to find in 1 pound increments, I'm told. I have not seen that yet, so let me know in the comments if you're seeing that. So I went ahead and bought these rotini and the penne 1 pound pastas. These are like 98 cents a piece. I got 4 of those, and then I got 2 each of like a angel hair and a fettuccine. These were also pretty inexpensive, and they're a pound a piece. Of course, butter. I always buy salted, or I try to always buy salted at least. So this is going in my freezer. Probably going to be like the next year's butter. And then the meat. Let me tell you, like I said in the car, I was not planning on buying so much meat already. I was planning on using a lot of August budget for that, but I couldn't really say no because I've already seen the prices go up. I need to do dishes. So I've already seen the prices go up on the tri-tips, but anything beef really, right? So this is $7.98 a pound and it's untrimmed, so it's not even like the best quality tri-tip. So I got 2 of these. This one was 3.37 pounds and this one 3.54. My family of 7, so 5 kids, we can eat one of these in one meal, easy peasy. Doesn't matter what sides I bulk it up with. So I got 2 of those. And then the pork top loin boneless, this was $2.38 a pound. Now, I don't normally buy something like this, but I learned, and forgive me for being ignorant, that you could actually slice these and make your own pork chops. And I thought, well, that's genius. So I'm going to do that with this, and that's what I will freeze. I'm going to freeze this in pork chop portions. Now this is the bag that is leaking, and I think I know the culprit, but yeah, it's this. 2 chickens. I'm not running low on chicken, but chicken is starting to go up, and I'm just trying to get ahead of it because the strain on the beef supply with the low beef herds and now the screw worm and just all the things colliding, beef is going to continue to rise. And with that, people are switching to chicken and turkey and all the other things, obviously. So I'm just trying to space it out. So I bought 2 of these. This was $1.42 a pound, and this is 12.28 pounds, so 17 and change. I don't really want to take it out of this bag onto my counter. And then what I really didn't plan on buying was these are gross. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. Was the chicken breast at WinCo. They were having their manager special that I mentioned, and it was $1.48 a pound. So I got 4 of these, ranging about 5 pounds, 4.78 pounds, 4.5 pounds, and the other one's upside down. So I got roughly 20 pounds of chicken plus this one. So I got about 32 pounds of chicken for pretty inexpensive. And yes, it is not the cleanest chicken. The Good Ranchers chicken that we get as well. You can totally tell the difference because it's not being injected with all of the liquids to plump it up and all of that kind of stuff. Like seriously, when I cooked the Good Rancher's chicken the other day, nothing came out of it. It was beautiful, tasted amazing. When you cook these, oh. But it's food, I'm stocking up. We are not going to be that picky, and let me wash my hands and then I will start with Costco. WinCo was definitely more of the little items. Like I was definitely looking for things like this. Just trying these out was not on my list, shame on me. And then things like this. I know I could have gotten at Costco, but I was there. So let me show you our bulk buying, which is majority of what we buy with our family of 7, 5 kids. We work from home, we school at home, everything's at home. So let me show you. So you saw russet potatoes. I have some golden potatoes, and I'm actually gonna start taking stuff off this counter because my word. Got 3 big bags. What are these? 2.5 pound bags of some coffee beans, because coffee is another thing that is in strained demand, and I'm sure you've seen all the prices going up, and this is still the best value. So again, stores beautifully in the freezer. That is where it's going to go. We are avid coffee drinkers. I'm not about that instant stuff. Just adding another canned chicken to our pantry. I did see some keto-friendly canned chicken meals, and with it being hot, I don't want to cook all the time. This seems wonderful for me. The other chicken I just got at WinCo, maybe I will consider canning some of that so I don't have to keep buying it. If I do, I'll bring you along. Peanut butters. Need I say more? Lots of kids. Recently I showed you making those protein no-bake balls. Calls for a whole bunch of peanut butter. Some more salted butter. I got 2 of these. There we go. If you are a from scratch kitchen, chances are you are going through butter like crazy. I am actually running low on pepper. I can't remember the last time I bought pepper. So, pepper. I got 3 of their maple syrups. 1, 2, 3. 1 of the all-purpose flour. And I only needed 1 because I have a whole bunch of wheat berries. We are good. I generally use this to feed my starter, or if I'm in a pinch and I didn't grind enough flour, I'll supplement a little bit just to get the recipe going. But that's really all I use. Half and half. My husband prefers that. I got 2 milks. I think one's hiding back here. 2 of the 2 packs of whole milk. So I got 4 whole milks. They're running, this is something else I didn't plan on buying, but they are running a sale on ketchups right now. They're like $4 off. So I just went ahead and bought that. French fries, because it's summer, barbecuing, and this is just easier. Like I said, I'm about convenience right now in a lot of ways, but so got 3 of those. Broccoli, because like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to start stocking up on the frozen vegetables. Some meatballs, because I can do a lot with this. They can even be microwaved and I don't have to heat up my kitchen. One day I will get to rolling them up, baking them, and storing them away myself. But until that day comes, here we are. Some more tuna. I was looking at the other wild-caught tuna that they have that I normally buy, and I was comparing it to this. So much cheaper. Kirkland brand usually is the same thing. So if it's not the same thing as that Safe Catch, I think it's called, let me know if you know what actually brand this is replicating. But I got 2 of these because I can't believe I actually ran out of tuna. We have a lot of sardines and mackerel and a little bit of salmon, but we ran out and my kids were not happy with me. Pineapple juice. I don't normally buy this. I bought this because I want to make our homemade Hawaiian rolls. I will show you that when I do it. And I do plan on using fresh ground flour, or maybe 50-50, we'll see. I got more seaweed because again, my kids like it. It's a good source of iodine. It's just, you can't go wrong with it in my opinion. Here's my other milk that was hiding. Again, little by little. I haven't gone through the last avocado oil yet, so I'm getting another one. These can store for up to a year. I believe you can put them in the freezer Correct me if I'm wrong down below. I got some hot dogs. I know hot dogs. My kids love them though. And 80-20 friends, 80-20. These were on sale. I don't normally buy these, but I figured with pasta seasons, with the tomatoes coming in, this would be delicious, or even in the lasagnas if my daughter allows. I got some salami for me, a couple of frozen blueberries, because again, and we don't have those wild blueberries that I have seen people talk about in California. I don't get them. It's not nice. 2 big packs of bacon, not my normal bacon. I know, I have compromised. And these were on sale, the chicken and apple sausages. So I got 2 of these. And then I'm gonna come around here. Some meat. I got 2 packs of the 8812. It's $5.99 a pound. This was 5.5 pounds. And this one over here was 5.77. So I got 2 of these. I'll divvy these up 1.5-ish pound increments and freeze them. And the other thing that my son put away in the pantry already is I got 2 boxes of 2 vinegars. So I got 4 gallon of vinegars, the white distilled vinegar, because it's that time of year. Can never have too much vinegar. I also wash my vegetables with it. So that is everything. I will put the total for each, if I didn't already, I will put the total for each store on here. And then the total that I spent between Azure, WinCo, and Costco for the month of July. Yes, we will still stock up on, oh, hold on. So I did go to farmer's market and I bought some fresh greens there today. These were $8 total because I'm not about, I've mentioned before why I was trying the microgreens. It didn't work out. I'm not about the chemicals that they're spraying on everything. And so these are locally grown. And then I did buy my local farmer's eggs. I got 4 dozen of those, so I spent that. So I get usually 3 to 4 dozen of eggs every week. I'll probably be getting lettuce as long as they have it. And like I said, the milks is pretty much what we'll be doing for the rest of July and into August. So what do you think? How did I do? Let me know in the comments. Is there something I should do differently? Is there something else I should focus on for the inflation issues that we're having? Because come fall, I think we're all just going to be kicked on our butts. And so I'm really trying to pad our pantry, pad our freezer, pad all the things and just absorb things slowly so that when things skyrocket, we're not panicking. Or if heaven forbid, you know, job loss, illness, because my husband's already got a broken foot. Like what those types of things is what this is about. It's not just feeding my family and trying to nourish them as best as we financially can, but it is also about preparing for the hard times, preparing for unexpected emergencies. Say there's a storm, I mean it's summer, but say there's a storm and we can't get out to the store for whatever reason, like a snowstorm or something in the winter, I'm good. Things like that is what this is about, and I hope that it is giving you inspiration. And again, let me know in the comments if you see a hole that I am missing. We're not about the snack foods. I am going to try and make some of my own fig bars, so if you have a fig bar recipe, let me know. That is good. I need to start making the Lara bars again, all those things, the crackers, because it is expensive and you're getting all that nasty ingredients, GMO, the seed oils, which I know the fries are. I get it. Hot dogs, I get it. But I'm picking and choosing right now. And yeah, so stick around. You'll see how I use this for our budget meals and the garden that we are doing. I'll be bringing a lot of that in, hopefully, God willing, that it continues to thrive. Yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends. So of course I'm labeling the pork chops and the pork tenderloin because I will not be going through it as quickly as the ground beef. And I am also dating it month and year, so I know what to pull from first. So that took maybe an extra 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm pretty sure I saved some money, but I should have probably actually, while I was at Costco, seen what the pre-cut one was. But anyways, this was simple enough, and it's in our big family sizes. I did about 7 or so per bag. And that should work for us.